Hi guys, Nancy here. I'm going to show you something in this video, and I kept going back and forth between Procreate and ZoomNotes. And then I decided, after I had already recorded all that mess, to try and see if I could do them side by side. And you definitely can. Okay, you can come over here and do the brush on the left side, that's Procreate, and then come over here and add it to the bucket in ZoomNotes. Duh, you know, I didn't even think to try that before I did the video. So it does work, so you don't have to do that back and forth business. You just jump between the two screens on the sides. Okay, that's it. I'll go ahead and start the other video now. Bye. Nancy here. Okay, I've been shopping, and shame on me, but I have a weakness for Procreate pens, brushes, and especially now that we've got this bucket fill that I can use those pens with. And so I have shown you guys this before, I think over on the other channel. If you're not a member of the other channel, you really should be, because that's where I show exactly how something works. Here I just show you how I use it, okay? But I decided that I was going to move some of the brushes over, and then I decided, well, I'll draw something, because I try to draw something every day. And so this is what I'm doing. First of all, I'm going to change to the top layer of this, make the top layer current, and then draw something. I'm just going to draw a square shape, and then just section off some sections. I am the worst. Look, I've actually even paid for pen tips that are supposed to keep you from sliding around. Don't buy those pen tips. They're a waste of money. So I just wanted to make some off squares. Again, I slip all over the place and my lines are horrible, but that's okay. It's really not that big deal. Then I'm going to select this outside square, and I'm going to go to layer 12, and I'm going to then go to shapes and make that outside drawing a shape. And it will do a good job of that if the ends meet. If the ends don't meet, it'll say, no, I can't do that, the ends don't meet. But I need to go ahead, since I didn't have my bucket fill saved as a default, I'm going to go ahead and go back to the shape and do a fill. Click on that, and then I'm just going to fill it with white. Turn it on. That way, when I use the bucket fill to fill each one of these squares, it'll have a white background. I can get rid of that layer later, but in order that I'm not fighting this texture on this paper behind it, I needed a solid. Okay, so what I have done under the bucket, I went to saved, and I created a whole new group, and I called it Doodles, because that's the name of the brushes that I purchased over there. Now, I've already downloaded one of them, so I can go ahead and use that, and I've changed the color to white. Now I can just tap, oh wait, no, I want to go to another layer. Go to the middle layer, which is right underneath the top one that's got the outline. And I'm just going to tap on it, and now I've done my first square. Now what I've got to do is go to Procreate, and this is that pattern that I colored on this page. Now I'm going to go to the layer and clear it. And then I'm going to go back to the brushes, go to the next doodle pattern, and color the whole page. I think this page is a square. Okay, now if I turn on the layer that's got the background colors, you'll be able to see it better. See, I just didn't turn it on. I've always loved this style, but I leave it turned off mainly because I won't forget it that way. It needs to be turned off. I need a clear background when I'm doing these brushes. And what I will do is go to the wrench, I've got share selected, click on ping, and then I'm just going to copy it. I'm not going to save it anywhere because I don't need a bunch of stuff saved everywhere. Now I'm going back to ZoomNotes, go back to the bucket tool, go back to style, and do from pasteboard. And that just copied the pattern that I copied over on Procreate. Okay, so now I'll go to saved. Oh wait, under style, you want to have use image as mask. That will allow you to change the color. I can make these lines any color I want. See, I can make them red as long as I have the use mask as, use image as mask. Now the create a filled shape. In my original video, I said that's what I used, but I found out that when you create a filled shape using that function, it makes the file huge, or the image that you create with that shape, it's way bigger than if you don't have it selected. So if you don't need for it to be a shape, turn that off. I don't use it. Now I go back to saved and I do plus, and it's just saved that pattern onto the bucket list. And I'm going to tap on one of the squares, and there you have it. Now I'm going to go back to Procreate. I've got to select the layers, tap on the layer, do clear. Then I go back to the brushes, choose the next brush, and just color the screen. And you want to make sure you get it all. Thankfully, this particular brush set allows me to go over. You can see it's getting darker. Sometimes you can't do that because it will like double layer some parts, and it's not lined up, so you don't like that. So now all I have to do is go back to the wrench, ping, copy. It's now on the pasteboard. Go back to ZoomNotes, do go to the bucket. I've got to go back to the style and do cut from pasteboard. Then go back to, make sure that you've got use image as mask. Go back to saved, do plus, and I've just added another pattern. So now I'm going to tap again on a shape. I don't know, this particular drawing is going to be really, really busy, but it would look cool if I used some different things. But since I'm doing just I kind of want to keep a record of what I purchased in one single place that you can see all of them. And so now, once again, all I do is go back to Procreate, go to the layer, tap clear, go to the brush, go to the new brush. All these came in the same package that I got, you know, while everything is on sale. I think this particular package was $5 maybe. Okay, go to the the wrench looking thing, ping, copy, back to ZoomNotes, back to the bucket, style, from pasteboard, go to saved, click on plus, and tap. Okay, now I'm not going to make you guys watch me do this for all of these. Another thing I just did, sorry, instead of going to the layer and doing clear, as long as you're like working in the same session, you haven't closed out Procreate, you can just double tap. Just tap to get rid of the last thing you did. So let me, okay, now I go to a new brush, sorry. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and stop here. I kind of wish I had, now that I see what the patterns look like, I would definitely change things around so that all the waves are not over on the left side. Well, let me just change one. Let me go, let's see, go back to the bucket. I'm going to go ahead and pin it. I've moved my pin menu over on the right. It's hard to get used to, but I just like, I want to like it over there just because I'm not crossing over myself since I'm right-handed. But I think I'm going to select this image and move it over here, and then go to the bucket and tap, put the wave there, then delete that one and go back to the bucket and get, it's hard to see, it's hard to tell which one that was. I'm going to give this one a go. I can't remember. That's okay. Let me make it smaller. And how cute would these be in a fabric or in different colors? See, I could put a, instead of having the fill be white, make it pink and then change all the colors to, you know, a darker version of that or whatever. So back to the bucket and tap. Okay, that's good enough. Now what I would do is turn off the layer that has the fill, which I think is this one. See, now the background is showing through. Okay, now again, I needed that white layer in order to keep it from, you know, if I tried tapping one of these fills here on the background here, well, it did a great job there naturally. But you see up here, there's some parts that it missed because of the texture of the paper. So to avoid that, I do a solid in the square. Now, I showed in one of the last videos, well, let's see, select, delete, how I realized, well, heck, all I have to do is, you know, color it this way, and then I'm going to change the pattern, go to the bucket, And I'm going to select that pattern, but I'm going to go over here to my color chart, and I'm going to change it to red. So now my little drawings are red, and I tap on that, and now I can just erase that black, and there I have the red thing left. That's another way of doing it. I actually like that way, but since I was doing such a large area, I decided to go ahead and fill in the shape behind it. Okay, I think that's all. Y'all have a great day here. Bye.